What's going on, guys? In this video I'll be breaking down the 13th opening for Black Clover, which is being used for the Spade Kingdom Arc, which has now started in the anime. We'll be talking about the visuals and the significance of certain moments, but regarding the actual song itself, this was a song called Grandeur and it was very upbeat, which is not something you typically expect from an arc like this. However, it does work really well when paired with the visuals. I do prefer it to the previous two songs that we had for openings 11 and 12, but I still like those ones as well. I just think this one is better than those. Before we get into the breakdown, there will be big spoilers in this video because the opening itself contains many references to spoilers and it would just be impossible to talk about it properly without going into it. If you're an anime only watcher for Black Clover and you don't read the manga, then I'd 100% recommend that you stop watching this video, but be sure to subscribe because there will be more non-spoilery videos coming on this channel for the Spade Kingdom arc. With that said, let's get into it, and the first place to start is the beginning, with Asta walking through the strange hallway with candles surrounding him. This scene had a strong red aura, and this shade of red is the same color we see whenever Asta's devil appears. The only occasion in the manga where candles were surrounding Asta on the ground like this was when he was about to perform the devil binding ritual to properly gain control over his devil and, harness the power of his anti-magic abilities. This opening scene is a reference to that ritual, and therefore it makes sense that the red aura of the devil should be illuminating the scene. Additionally, this moment is also a parallel to Black Clover's first ever opening, where we saw a younger Asta walking in the same way before the scene pauses on his face and has this black and white type of effect. And the same effect can be seen in the 13th opening, which is obviously an intentional mirroring of the first one, so it's kind of meant to show us how much he's grown in the 157 episodes since we first saw the original opening. Things then move over to Asta flying through the sky on his Demon Slayer sword, as Finral watches on in amazement from the ground. This is a throwback to chapter 232, when Finral couldn't help but admire Asta's progress from someone who had no magic and couldn't even fly on a broom to what he is today. We then got a few character shots featuring those who were training in the Heart Kingdom, before switching over to Yuno, who stands atop of the Golden Dawn staircase. We've seen in the past how typically only the captain or vice captain of the Golden Dawn will stand on top of this staircase, and during the filler, for those who missed it, Yuno was promoted to a first class senior magic knight. With the old vice captain Longris having now left the Golden Dawn, for the time being at least, Yuno is therefore the new vice captain, which is why he's standing where he is. After this, we get a brief shot of a mysterious woman, and for any anime onlys who didn't listen to my previous spoiler warning, pause the video now and do not go any further. As manga readers will know, this moment is a flashback to the past in which Asta's mother was about to die, and it's immediately followed by a 1-second clip of a devil-possessed Asta just going berserk. The rage in this moment isn't just Asta's rage, but it's also the anger of the devil inside him, because we now know that Asta's devil did have a mother-son relationship with Asta's mother, as weird as that sounds. I mean, they're basically stepbrothers. This scene is interspersed with a glimpse of Yuno's mother and a flashback image of Zenon from the Dark Triad during the night in which the Dark Triad killed the Spade Kingdom royal family. Even though in the anime he doesn't know it yet, this is the moment that changed Yuno's life, because without this attack, Yuno probably would have been the Prince of the Spade Kingdom by now. Who knows, he might have even been the King of the Spade Kingdom if his father had died. So it's just interesting to see this scene here. We then briefly see a present day Yuno screaming in anguish, which was a scene directly from the manga after the Golden Dawn had been totally wrecked by Zenon. Speaking of the Dark Triad, they immediately appear after this moment, and it was really interesting to see Zenon's facial expression here, as he appears genuinely shocked by something. He's still smiling, so whatever he's discovered is information that still makes him happy, but there's two possibilities that I see. The most likely possibility is that Zenon's expression is referring to the time when he faced off against Yuno at the Golden Dawn headquarters, and I say that because it's the only moment in the series in which Zenon has genuinely smiled. On the other hand, this could be referencing something that might be revealed in the future that even manga readers haven't seen yet, because I wouldn't rule it out. I mean, this opening already reveals some things quite far into the Spade Kingdom arc, so who knows, maybe there's something else that will make Zenon smile like this. It was interesting to see Lucifero get his own individual moment in this opening, because based on everything we know so far, he is the strongest devil and the true villain of this arc. The way I see it, Dante and the rest of the Dark Triad are simply vessels that the devils are using to fulfill their goal of entering the human world. If Lucifero is successful in his plan, then I don't think he'd have much need for the Dark Triad after that's done. Asta is then seen fighting against some random Spade Kingdom people before the opening gives us the real thing we've been waiting for, which is a preview of the 3 main fights from the beginning of this arc. Yuno vs Zenon looks like it's going to be great, and I love the way that Yuno's Spirit Dive is animated in this brief moment. Noelle vs Vanica also got some screen time, as well as the first ever anime look at her mermaid form Valkyrie armor. Aesthetically, it looks a lot better for various reasons, but that's just my opinion. The final fight was a preview of Yammy vs Dante, and as you can see, Yammy is in the position to do his Death Thrust spell, which absolutely blew everyone's minds when it was first shown in the manga, so I can't wait to see how the fandom reacts to this being an animated form. We can see Dante in the background with his 80% devil form, and yeah, that's all there is to say for now, but obviously, as the anime progresses, we'll see the form in its entirety. As the opening comes to a close, we get a good look at the tree of Qliphoth, I think that's how you say it, and this will connect the underworld to the human world and allow the devils to cross over. The Heart Kingdom Queen then falls down in the same manner she did in the cover for volume 26, and then surprisingly, our boy Nacht makes an appearance. I honestly wasn't expecting him to make a significant appearance in this opening, but you know, there he is with his shadow magic, and judging by the ground, I'm pretty sure that this is the moment when he first approached Asta. I feel like this opening has an unusual amount of spoilers, especially if you compare it to the, the last few openings for Black Clover. This one definitely has way more spoilers in it than usual. There's then this epic shot of Asta's arm transforming into the devil arm that he currently has, and I love the way his arm just breaks apart and then is transformed into this new thing. But if you forgot, this was part of an exchange that Asta made with his devil to gain the power he needed during an emergency. I thought the opening was going to end with this shot of Asta and Yammy, but surprisingly it continued on to literally show us Asta's devil in his true form and then another blurry glimpse of Asta's mother. What do you guys think? Do you agree with me? Like, were there too many spoilers in this opening? Or do you think that the anime only viewers won't really understand it because there's not enough context? Whatever you think, let me know down below. And don't forget to sub, as I will be doing more Black Clover videos as the Spade Kingdom arc continues. I'd appreciate if you dropped a like if you like this video, and until the next one, peace out.